Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today what I want to talk about is compliment. If you see in my last video, Owen and I were playing a game, and at the end of the game, the win whoever lost had to give the other person three compliments, and I won the game, so Owen had to give me three compliments. So he said, I like your eyes, I like your nose, and he said, you're a selfless person, meaning like you prioritize people first before yourself and stuff like that. And I was like, no, 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 I don't like my nose. It's not that I don't like my nose, it's just that it's not something that really stand out to me, that I really, sometimes it's just, sometimes you grew up like hearing, I grew up knowing that I have like a broad forehead. Like people will say, oh, why is your forehead so broad or stuff like that? Why is your eyes, they won't say why is your eyes so bold, they will say why is your eyes so big and stuff like that. And sometimes when you travel, there's people, different people say different thing, and then it's just children can be mean, and as people grow older they learn to embrace the things that they're more insecure about. But sometimes what they need to know, sometimes you just need a little bit of that kind word to help them to build their self-confidence and build their self-love. If even one person come up to you and say, oh, I like your hair, oh, I like the way you cut your hair. Some, you meet someone and say, they say, oh, you have nice lips. That could be something that you have insecurities about. And it not just hearing it, it's about we telling someone else. Don't wait until someone give you something to say, oh, thank you, I really appreciate it, you're really a nice person. Don't remember that that person is a nice person when something has been given to you. I think compliment is best served when it's unexpected, at random times. Like if you have a friend just say, you're such a really nice person, you inspire me, uh do you know you're more beautiful on the inside than the outside? You're not telling them that they're not beautiful outside, but the way whatever is working within them that they bring out is so beautiful, and you really appreciate it, or others probably appreciate it. And you see, there are simple compliments we can tell people as we go through our day-to-day routines, like that color fit you perfect. You're going out with your friend, you're in a group, you see someone stand out looking good, or that person always wear this particular color to work, or when they wear that color, you always think to yourself, well, oh shit, that color really fit up. Don't keep it in your head. That person might be stepping out of the door thinking, oh, this is the first time I'm wearing this color, I don't like bright colors, this don't look good on me. They might be feeling a little bit insecure at the event, at the party, at work, and that one person might say, oh, that color look perfect on you. Probably the neighbor have said it before, oh, that color. Probably when she was taking the bus, a passenger sitting next to her have telling her, now she have reached to work, and you said that again. That that might be enough. That will be enough to confirm her, to reassure her that her or him that, oh, I think I do look nice. Random people can't just be telling me stuff. I know my best friend might tell me that because she's my best friend or what. I know my neighbor might say that because she wants to make a conversation. Someone random, but sometimes you might not be like, you and that person might not be acquainted like so close, but if you see something in someone and you want to give them a compliment, give them a compliment. You're looking at someone, you probably seen people are using social medias, Facebook, to establish themselves or display themselves. If you keep seeing one person and you believe they are strong, don't be afraid. Go in their inbox, message them, comment on their page, listen to their stories and say, you're strong, you should be proud of yourself and stuff like that. I'm inspired by you. I think you bring out the best in other people. Stuff like that, and stuff like that really help people. And if you give compliment, you might return a compliment, because on that end, that same person could be watching you as well, and they can say, oh, I really think the same of you. I like how you bring out the best version of others and stuff like that, and stuff like that. Okay, even your parents. One of the biggest things that we forget to compliment our parents on the great jobs you do, on the great jobs they do. And I think parents need compliment too, not only when they graduate, you put up, oh, thank you, mom, for being there for me and stuff like that. In the middle of the semester, I say, mom, I have to tell you thank you enough. For what? Just thank you for being there for me. Thank you for supporting us. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. I know you're probably a single mother or stuff like that. Just say thank you. Say to your father as well, especially the fathers. Sometimes we really left out the fathers sometimes, and I think they're playing an important role. The father might not be there physically because what they want to give you emotionally or financially, the way they want you to live, they can't do it by staying at home, and there's mother who the roles are switching up. Mothers are going out and fathers are staying in, as I said before. So it doesn't matter if that other half might not be there physically, but they're out there for a reason, and the reason can be you. And most likely, most parents might be out there because of their kids and stuff. Tell them thank you. Don't just wait until your father send you £300 or US, Canadian, whatever, or probably come from the Grenadines and gave you money, or end of month, or when you graduation, to say, oh, that thank you, you're really the best. Those things are things that if you wake up one morning and you just feel, you're thinking about your parents and how they're struggling. You stand up in the kitchen, you're doing the dishes, and you realize how much your parents love you and stuff like that. Just a thank you. This could be you can wake up to your neighbor. You can tell your neighbor, you know, our community is a better place because you're in it. Simple things like that, just random, instead of saying good morning or fine, or just trying to gossip with your neighbor or something, like just to build a conversation. There's different things you can say, and they can say, really, they might not know that, and they can say, yes, a lot of people have been talking about you and you're really a nice person and such like that. And that can go a long way. When you give people compliments, you're setting a standard for them to maintain, a standard that they thought that they haven't accomplished. Sometimes people have been so well accomplished, but they don't know, or they deep in the head they might be saying it on the outside, but deep inside they're still questioning themselves. Am I really accomplished? Am I really? Just wake up, give someone a compliment. A compliment can be as simple like, you see someone dressed, they always look nice and stuff like that. You say, how do you, just randomly say, how do you manage to look so good, even in a sweatsuit, even in a sweatpants or stuff like that? Just the way you put clothes together, the way you put things together, as simple as that, that can boost their ego. If you see someone always just in modest and nice and beautiful, say, that's one thing I like about you. For a young lady, don't just let her pass by your gates every day and say to you, the person next to you, say to that person, because it is we are very quick to say the bad things, and we left the good things hidden. And good compliments can erase bad in people's life, because if someone is just in decent and all the time, and everyone always saying, one thing I like about you is the way you keep yourself and stuff like that, the way you dress, mother, you're not like the dress, you're not very explosive kind of buff for a young lady, and I know you can buy what you want and stuff like that, but you always keep it on the borderline. LOL. Yes, you always keep it nice and decent. And one day that person might be considering to follow a friend, or even see something that they like. It's not that they don't like explosive stuff, or that it's not that explosive stuff won't fit them, and they might remember that compliment that people keep giving them. So that they might consider and say, no, people always say I'm this kind of person to dress this kind of way and stuff like that, and people don't know compliments. Sometimes even if compliment is honest, we can giving someone a compliment instead of like correcting them. Sometimes that can make someone go down the wrong way, because if all someone do is probably display nakedness, They just all of the photos, they're probably just in a swimsuit on an international media like Facebook or stuff like that. It doesn't mean they don't look good in that swimsuit. They might look good. Most likely they will look good. So you don't want to just go and say why you just wearing swimsuit, or if they're just wearing clothes with their titties out or whatever or stuff like that, and say like that. And sometimes this can be a person that you know probably have loads of subjects. Can you watch them grow up as a young lady, you watch them bloom into a nice flower, and then society, because of what society wants, I think society is really calling for more like nudes and stuff like that, which is wrong. And you realize that person have fallen into that trap. You can say, you know, there's something I always admire. You're always smart and nice and stuff like that. You have a nice physique, you have perfect sense of style or whatever, but I don't think like you should be like posting all of your personal bits on Facebook or what. I'm not here against people who do it. Don't think I'm sitting here thinking, oh, why is people, but I'm just telling you, I'm just giving you an example of how compliments can really go the wrong way. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, you look so sexy and stuff. Yes, they do look sexy. I look at girls, I say, yeah, they look sexy, they look nice in their swimsuit. Oh, that's beautiful. But I think there's a time and place, and if you get too repetitive of doing something negative, might not be negative to you, but people are gonna get tired. You're just gonna be like, someone gonna see you in the street and they're gonna be like, no, they're gonna start judging you, and deep down you're not that kind of person. You wasn't raised that wasn't the way you raised about you. Then when you hear people talking stuff about you, you're gonna say, why don't they talk about this that I've done? Why don't they? People are judging you more on the recent, and a lot of strangers are judging us now. So people don't have time to go in your background to look at your college degree or whatever. It's what you give them on the surface, that is what they're gonna take with them. Sometimes someone might be seeing you for the first time, and that might be their first impression of you, or you there with your titties or your butt out or whatever. I'm not saying be pretty, look sexy, be smart. um Sometimes people don't do this, like there's people who don't do this like every day. Like they don't put up a swimsuit every day. They don't get naked every day. You see them in their dress clothes, you see them in their casual clothes, you see them in their work clothes, and they're beautiful, and probably once in a while they might post a beach photo or that. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with a swimsuit. I'm in an international country and I could tell you nothing is wrong with a swimsuit. But sometimes you have to know the kind of people you're entertaining. If you're entertaining a certain type of person who's gonna think negative about a swimsuit, like my country, people don't feel, that's why some people don't feel comfortable wearing a swimsuit back home and stuff like that. They put the wear a pants and thing, because our culture might find that a little bit explosive, while other places they might not find it. So sometimes it's the way your culture think. You have to move with your culture sometimes until you can like branch off and do different, or you can show them different and stuff like that. So it's not what you're doing is wrong, it's just the way the way people perceive you. And it's wrong that people perceive others as well as a bad person just because of probably what they wear or what they like enjoy doing in their spare time or whatever. And but it's just people, they're not gonna go to find out where you work, what you do, how much subject you have and stuff like that. So you have to be like very careful about the things you put on Facebook. Just if you're walking with someone, just say, you know, you're really good at your job, right? I've been working with you for quite a while and you're really good with your job. You're a hard worker. Something as simple like that, trust me, that goes a long way. That person is gonna go home. They're gonna take the bus, they're gonna take the van, they're gonna sit in their car, they're gonna drive for hours, they're gonna drive for an hour, they're gonna drive for half an hour, they're gonna go home, they're gonna tell their mom what they say, you know, and stuff like that, because it goes a long way. And what they're gonna try to do, they're gonna, especially if it's coming from their boss, especially if it's coming from their boss, trust me, it's gonna go a long way. So compliments, they are good. Where I'm from, like we I don't think we give enough compliments. This use a child as an example. When a child is doing well, when a child is doing well, the only thing that keep them going is a compliment. Sometimes they're learning their ABCs, and they can only get to D for the moment. It might take them 3 weeks to move from there, 4 weeks, 3 months. But it's just you telling them, giving them a thumbs up, telling them, yeah, you're doing right, giving them a compliment, say, oh, you're so smart, and that's what gonna keep them pushing. That's gonna wanna make them practice more, practice of the good habits more. If they brush their teeth and you say, oh, your teeth are so nice and stuff like that, that's what I want to keep them to maintain good habits. Compliment can make you want to maintain good habits because you don't want to disappoint the people around you. And most of all, it enlightens you. It makes you see that people see you and people are watching you, and you're an example to others. And the best example you can be, if you're gonna be an example, is good. So today, I hope this video can, someone can relate to this, and people can start telling people more confident. You know, sometimes best friends are your best friends because of the way they encourage you, the way they give you compliments. That's why when you put on your best dress or you're getting ready to go to your prom, you take a photo of it first and you send it to your best friend, you send it to someone so that they can compliment on it to see whether it's right or whether it fits you or whatever. Because that's sometimes the compliment is your last decision. Someone say no and that's it. That's it for the rest of your life. And someone said, you can ask someone, does this color fit me? And they say no, and you're never gonna buy that color for the rest of your life. And sometimes that color fits you, but sometimes that person ain't used to seeing you in that color, and neither are you. But you need the right person to tell you the right compliment. Don't get distracted by the bad compliments. People can tell you compliment to lead you where they want you. You need to know when a compliment is well deserved or when it is needed. Don't say, oh, you flattered me. They flatter you for a reason. It's not that, oh, they flatter you. Sometimes they flatter you to keep you flat or to put you down or stuff like that, or to get whatever they want and stuff like that. So don't just go around accepting compliment from everyone. But don't be rude if someone gives you a compliment. Say thank you. Say, yeah, if they tell you about your eyes, say, yes, thank you, I know they're beautiful. It's one thing I like about myself. So don't always act in shock when someone say, oh, you have lips, sweet lips, you have a nice nose, you have good breasts, or whatever. And you need to know, if you're not displaying nude like swimsuit photos and stuff, and you're just in a decent clothes and someone is telling you about your breasts and your butt, don't just sit on social media and say thank you, your ass is big, thank you. There's a thin line between compliment and disrespect. There, I think sometimes people are like crossing the line. If someone respect you enough, say, oh, you look nice. Take a compliment, make a simple compliment and make people look good. Don't go too far with it sometimes, and make people start posing more butt photos or more stuff like that, thinking they're doing the right thing because of what you say. Just remember, a compliment is very important, so you have to know what you say. It can be negative, can be positive. Most of the time, if you know the definition for compliment, it is meant to be positive. And if it's not a positive one, it's not a compliment. So you need to know the difference between when you're giving a compliment or when someone is crossing the line with you. So at the end of the day, be nice to people. Say more nice things to one another. Every day might be your best friend. If you wake up tomorrow, tell your parents something beautiful. Tell the teachers you appreciate them, because they work really hard. They work really hard. And teacher, the least, you can't pay teachers. Just let them know that you appreciate them. If you're leaving them from your grade 6, from your 5th form or whatever, tell them how much you appreciate them. If you're staying with them, if you just start, still tell them. Teachers, tell your nurses, They're doing a good job. You visit your clinic every day. These are the public places that you go. Tell your hospital if you think they're doing a good job, just say they're doing a good job, because there's a lot of people out there who are putting them down already. People, a lot of public sector, they get pushed down. Tell your boss that he's a good boss. Let him know if the employees are whispering that he's a good boss. Someone step up and say, I think you're a good boss, and everyone sees it. Trust me, that will help. That won't only help him, but it will help you and help him to help others, because you're putting a standard on him, you're putting a strain on him, on his capabilities now to maintain. Anyway, I think I've really exhausted myself on this conversation, and just be nice, be kind, and keep the compliments positive, and keep giving one another compliments. Bye.